We let it build up to nowhere. This is what you do on Facebook Live. Okay, so good morning. It is the Epic Beard and Dave show, whatever, live contest system. Having breakfast, a late breakfast. Chilaquiles, red chilaquiles, and coffee and OJ. I mean, is there anything else more acidic I could eat? This is the day. As you can see, this isn't what it looked like Tuesday at evening. We're supposed to be getting some rain tonight or this afternoon. Big difference, big difference. So, hello, and how are you? And this is my face. This is the Epic Beard and Dave's face. And, I don't even know what I want to talk about today. I mean, we've done Argentina. While I'm sitting here eating chilaquiles and eggs and chips and salsa and stuff like that, they're eating cats and dogs and zoo animals and whatever they can catch, pigeons, trying to get some sort of vegetable or whatever. I don't know. Those poor people are starving to death and they're standing in lines. But don't worry. Don't worry. That is social democracy or social democrats. Social democracy or democratic socialism or whatever you want, whatever buzzword those are. And that's the way it was supposed to work. They had one of the richest lands in this hemisphere, if not the southern continent. Great agricultural programs, the ability to primarily feed themselves. They had a growing industry. The oil reserves were massive, or are massive, and could earn the country and people a great deal of money, which, unfortunately, in a capitalist society, that translates into jobs and people getting paid and people being able to afford food, and people that would buy groceries and buy food and sell it to others in like what we would unfortunately in this country we call a grocery store. And there was no government handout. There was no unfortunately, there's no government control or handout. And some people make a little money, and they grow into a middle class and with a little affluence and a little health and safety. And but instead, they have been blessed with a democratic socialist form of government, which controls everything, has taken all their guns, and is providing for them, and so therefore there's pretty much no middle class anymore, and just starving people. The more affluent people who had a little more money many were able to get it out and get themselves out, or family members out, to live in better in countries not as fortunate as Argentina, like the United States. If you're like me and you kind of like to pay attention to what's going on, look at Brazil now. Brazil is crumbling, which I don't understand. They are another democratic socialist country, and why they're doing it. Now, if you decide to talk to somebody about this issue, this I don't know what to call it. It's like fake news, because I don't think democratic socialism actually exists. I think it's a bullshit buzzword and marketing phrase, like so many things. They're going to probably tell you that, you can tell them that, socialism has never worked, and then they're going to look at you and say, well, what about Denmark and Sweden and Finland and Norway? And you might want to point out to them, especially in Denmark, the government there, the premier or head of parliament or whatever, their overall leader, their prime minister, I guess, will states that they are a free market economy, which means they're not socialists. Well, wait a minute, I have a visitor.
What?
What's up, boss? No, I'm going to go. So, hey, good night, all.